guys, welcome back to OneHope Kids Online. Has this ever happened to you before? You're about to step off the footpath to cross the road, but your mum or your dad yells, "Stop!" You freeze in your tracks. You look down the road to see that a car is coming really fast. If you hadn't listened and obeyed what your parents had said, you might have gotten hurt. Well, the story today is a story a bit like that. You stopped at the edge of the footpath because you trust your mum and dad. You know that they love you and they want to look after you. So you obeyed what they said and you stayed safe. Today, the story we're looking at is about Noah, who God asked to build an ark, a big boat, so that God could keep Noah and his family safe. Let me tell you the story. Many years ago, there was a man called Noah. He was a kind and good man who loved and trusted God. But most people weren't like Noah. They were mean and they hurt one another. They did bad things and they didn't follow God. The world was a sad and miserable place, and God was sad about this too. One day, God said something very strange to Noah. "Noah, there is going to be a great flood, and I want you to build a gigantic boat. I'm going to give you instructions on how to build the boat." Noah must have been pretty confused, but Noah knew God loved him and cared for him, so he did it. God told Noah exactly how to build the boat, and Noah trusted God and followed the instructions exactly as God said. He put one piece of timber on top of another, then another piece, and still another. It took a really long time to build the boat, but Noah finally did it. The boat was enormous. It was longer than a football oval. It was big enough that elephants and tigers and turtles and dogs and every other kind of animal could fit inside. Can you imagine the smell? After all the animals and all of Noah's family were in the boat, they shut the door, and then the rain came. Noah and his family and all the animals stayed in the boat for a really long time. Because Noah was obedient and followed God's instructions, even though they were really hard, he stayed safe and under God's protection. The lesson for us today is that being obedient to God keeps us safe under his protection. Okay, so let's get building. Let's build a boat. What? God told Noah to build a boat, right? So that must be the answer. Build a big boat. Okay, you're right. God isn't asking us to build a boat, is he? But what is he asking us to do? Well, in the book of Matthew in the New Testament, a man asks God, what are the two most important instructions from God to us? And this is what Jesus said. We have to love the Lord your God with all your heart and your soul and your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbour as yourself. This is the whole law summed up in 2 commandments. Thank goodness we don't have as many instructions as Noah did. But I reckon that maybe these 2 instructions are even harder than what Noah had to do. To love God and to love others can actually be pretty hard, can't it? This term is all about building connection with God and with each other. The big question today is how can we love God more this week and how can we love others more this week? Today, we would love you to build a boat. And while you're building your boat, we'd love you to think about these 2 questions. This term is building connection. And so every week we're going to ask you to build something, and we hope that you will share it with us by taking a photo and putting it on our Facebook group, or you can send it to us via email. You can build a boat with anything. Lego, blocks, cardboard, rocks, paper, a bottle. You can even use Minecraft. We would love to see some Minecraft boats. All we ask is that you take a photo or a video and you post it so that we can enjoy it. God gives us 2 instructions: to love Him and to love others. It's when we're obedient to these instructions that we stay safe under His protection. Well, that's it from me, guys. Remember to keep building connection with God and each other, and we'll catch you next week.